Hello guys, namaste, welcome back to Android Tricks. You have read the title, you know what this video is about. The Poco F1, 21,000 rupees device disrupting the whole smartphone industry and trying to reframe what the budget flagship really is. OnePlus has enjoyed the monopoly in the budget flagship segment for 4 long years, but Xiaomi has surprised everyone with the sub-brand Poco phone, and it is getting the attention for all the right reasons. I have been using this device for over a month now, and I had my ups and downs with this device. I have more or less mentioned my review in bits and pieces throughout the other videos which I have made. But in this video, let's go into the detail of the Poco F1. I'll talk about the things that blew my mind as soon as I started using this device, and then talk about the things where Poco has compromised to make this device affordable. The main problem with all the devices I've ever used is the battery backup. And Poco F1 absolutely nailed that. Poco F1 houses with 4000 mAh battery, and trust me, it has the best battery backup I have ever seen on any device. I literally can manage my whole day with just 50 to 60% battery life, and I am loving it to the core. I don't usually check the screen on time, but when I do, it's always above 6 to 7 hours, which is absolutely insane. The phone also has Type-C connector at the bottom, which allows the device to charge quickly with the Qualcomm Quick Charge technology. Although this is way slower than the OnePlus Dash Charge, but it also retains more battery than the OnePlus does on their devices. So I guess I can live with that. Moving on to the second thing which left me in shock is the camera on this device. It is packed with 12 megapixel plus 5 megapixel dual camera setup, which features dual pixel autofocus and a large 1.4 micrometer pixel sensor in the primary lens. The camera is excellent considering the price at which it is offered. Poco F1 takes sharp and detailed pictures in the daylight with no noise and great contrast. The color and the dynamic range are also good as it can get. In the low light, the camera takes a toll and either takes a sharp shot with visible noise in it, or takes a smooth image where you miss out on the details. Well, there's nothing much to complain about here, as it is already the best camera you'll get under the budget of 25k, and it is definitely comparable to the OnePlus 6, which costs twice as much as the Poco F1. The front-facing camera is also as good as one you'll find in the premium smartphones, if not better. It also supports the portrait mode and does a really good job at edge detection. There's also a beauty mode option which makes you look like a cartoon character, but if you're into it, then Poco F1 has got you covered. Moving on, the phone leaves no stone unturned when it comes to the performance. I have played high-end games like PUBG, Asphalt 8, etc., and the device never lagged a bit. Also, thanks to the liquid cool technology, the device never gets warm enough or even heats up to be uncomfortable in hands. To put it in perspective, this is the same chipset offered in OnePlus 6, Samsung S9, S9 Plus, Note 9 and the Oppo Find X. And as you can see, all these smartphones are in a different league altogether when it comes to the pricing. The Poco F1 also has the infrared sensor for the face detection, and it definitely makes a difference when you try to unlock the device in the dark environment. Okay, so far you might think that this is the perfect phone which you should buy, right? But hold on, let's talk about something which you won't like on this device, and I'll start with the MIUI. My initial impressions as soon as I turned this device on for the first time was really good, as I saw a UI specially made for the Poco F1. It was the first time I saw the app drawer coming out of the box in the MIUI and shelf-like feature on the Xiaomi's phone. But the more I started using this, the more I disliked the UI. The Poco F1 misses out on the basic features like showing the battery percentage in the status bar or showing the basic app notifications. The bloatware apps is also set as the default apps which you will have to use unless you install a new browser or the new video player of your liking, which you will have to change by going into the settings. Also, after using this device for over a week, I started seeing ads on this device, which is absolutely not done. I was seeing the ads in the inbuilt apps, which is already wrong but bearable to some extent. But as soon as I started seeing ads in the UI itself, I started missing the OnePlus device. Xiaomi also officially acknowledged that they do show ads and will continue to show ads in the future as well. There are various other problems with the Poco F1, and I have made a separate video about it, so I won't repeat whatever I have mentioned in that video. Anyway, moving to the last part of this video, that is the design and the display of the Poco F1. For a 21,000 rupees phone, it definitely does a decent job, but nowhere close to the OnePlus 6, which is the main competitor of this device. Unless you buy the rugged armor device which costs 9,000 more than the base model, you will end up with a very cheap looking material on your device, but you can still cover it up by buying a skin or a case. I have applied the case from Gadget Shield and it definitely looks way better than the material which they provided earlier. Talking about the screen, the front is covered by Gorilla Glass 3. Not the toughest out there, but still it's good to know that it has some kind of protection on board. It also has a headphone jack, for which I'll give a huge shout out to the Poco team. The Poco F1 is using 6.18-inch IPS LCD panel, which I feel is the second place where you will see that they have made a sacrifice to make this phone cheaper. The first is and will always be the ads which they show in the MIUI. Anyway, you will easily get used to this display as long as you have not used an AMOLED display before. It's just that in the bright light or outdoors, the phone tries to max out the brightness and that leads to inaccurate colors shown on the display. So yes, that brings us to the end of this video. I hope you have a fair idea of what Poco actually offers and where it compromised to give you the phone at this affordable pricing. Overall, I would say that you should definitely go ahead and buy this device if you're looking for a phone under the budget of 15 to 25k. There's no other phone providing better value for money in this price range. So yeah, that's pretty much for this video. See you guys in the next one.